Hello, everybody. Welcome to what's going to be a hopefully continuous series. The first for us at Cruise Ship Craze, some tutorials on how to get some of those pre-planning items out of the way before you board your ship. And this in particular is going to be for Royal Caribbean International. I'm going to keep this as sweet, simple, and to the point as I can so you can get back to making sure your cruise is planned. So when you get on board, all you have to worry about is getting back to vacation and really just being on vacation. So don't have to worry about going into guest services or going to host in specialty restaurants or the main dining room. So just kind of getting on board and being able to go and enjoy yourself on your cruise. So first, we're going to talk about booking entertainment on your ship, which might be one of the last things you do before you board, just because of when they release the schedules for you to be able to book on board your ship. And I know that the next question will probably be, do we actually have to book the entertainment to be able to see the show? Well, long story short, or kind of a short answer for that is, you will still be able to see the shows. However, you might not get the best seats. So booking the shows is pretty important. When it comes to the small shows, like comedy shows and those small intimate settings, yes, you definitely do, because they will not let you into those different areas. When it comes to the larger shows, they're going to let everyone who did the reservations in first, and then they'll let you in just a few minutes before the show starts. So yes, it is important to really book those shows, and you can always change these too. And if you can't make it, you can cancel it on your app, even when you're on board. So yes, the short answer I definitely would say is yes. It's important to do it because you'd rather just be able to know that you're going to see the show, especially with Royal Caribbean, because their entertainment is absolutely incredible. You do not want to miss any of the shows that they have. So now with that, we're on the Royal Caribbean main website. This is the desktop version. You can do this on your mobile as well. It's gonna look very similar, just a different design. Now, not the app. This is gonna be either the website on your desktop or the website on your phone. The app is gonna be a little bit different. And the website has a bit more capabilities than the app does as well. So when you're on RoyalCaribbean.com, the first thing you're gonna do is go up to the top, and you're gonna see, right here, you see my name, Joseph. If you're not signed in, that's going to say sign in. Simple thing you have to do, the only extra step would be is to sign in. It brings you back to this page. It pops up your name where my name is. All you have to do is click it, and it's going to bring you to your profile. Now, after that page loads, you're on your profile page here. You see it will say your name. Right under that, it says your loyalty status, and will also say your loyalty number. So that can also come in handy when you're booking your cruises too, whether you're booking it yourself or, of course, recommend it through a travel advisor. If they ask for that number, if they don't have it, at least you know where to find it. It's going to be on this profile page. So first thing that pops up are your up cruises. So as you see here, like I said, I have 26 days. It shows first reservation here is actually the reservation that's also tied with mine. It's actually my parents coming with me. They have a separate reservation number. We're in separate rooms. So you're going to see that first because I did connect them just so I would be able to handle all the pre-planning process there. So that's one. And then you scroll down, you see it has the reservation number. It has the guest names. They are blurred out, but essentially that's where they're going to be. And then you have the view boarding pass, this edit check-in. We're not worrying about that now. This is about entertainment. And then scroll down, and this is my reservation number, my name, and then they'll see the upgrade your stateroom. That's the Royal, or the upgrade after they release them. So you're always able to find it there too. So now that we're on this page, we're gonna go to Plan My Cruise. So after you hit Plan My Cruise, the page loads. You're gonna see something very similar to this. It might look different on your ends, but something similar to this. And the celebrity cruises will look very similar as well. So focusing on entertainment, we're gonna go up to the top here. You see some tabs. So the short excursions, beverage package, dining, etc. Scroll over, you'll see entertainment. Now this tab won't even appear until Royal Caribbean releases those reservations for you. So it's not gonna appear at all. So if you don't see it when you first get there, that means they are not available to book. Just keep trying, keep looking. It's really no rhyme or reason. It's gonna be anywhere from 30 to 60 days out, potentially less. With this cruise, it just came out today, it's 26 days. So you're kind of at the mercy of Royal and when they're going to release them. And it's different for every ship and every itinerary. So what you can do, we're going to click into entertainment. You're going to see here, I already have a lot of shows booked. I wanted to save one so you can walk through it with me. So if you already have the shows booked, the best thing you see here, it says reserved, which is awesome. So now you know. Now we're going to go in and we're going to book the adult comedy show. So the adult comedy show here, you see it days 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They have a separate one for day 7. That doesn't necessarily mean that they're different, but it could. That doesn't necessarily mean that though. So if you can't go to, don't book both. Only book one. And when you get on the ship, if there's more than one comedian, you can go from there. So we have this, so I'm gonna scroll down. Here we go. We're gonna click reserve. Of course, this is 18 plus. That's only for the adult comedy shows. Everything else, children are welcome at. I'm gonna click, this is my name here, and I'm gonna click both of my parents here to make sure, of course, that they're coming with me. So so we're gonna click the day that we like, and we have PM here, and see here, it's gonna tell you that we have conflicts. So that's fine, not a big deal, but you will not be able to book it if you do have conflicts. It's gonna tell you to remove those guests or it won't let you book it. That's a good thing to see. I didn't know that was gonna happen, so that was a surprise to me. So we'll have to do some shifting around of our reservations, but that's not a big deal. So because we have a conflict, we'll click back out. I'm gonna go down, I'm gonna go to day 7, because I know day 7, we don't have anything booked for that for later that night. So we'll go to day 7 here, and we'll try to reserve that one. So same thing, you click reserve, myself, my parents, and then we're just gonna click add to cart. You see, it's $0. It doesn't cost anything. It's just that is the normal way that their system works. There's only one time, so we'll highlight that time automatically. If there are more times, as you saw in the previous one, it'll ask you for the few different times that they have. So you're gonna click add to cart, and you're gonna check out like you would check out in any other store or on Amazon or any other online shopping. You can go cart and check out. You can, of course, double check it, make sure everyone's there, make sure it's the right time, and then you'll see the guest that has Carolyn, Joseph. So we're all there. It's day 7, 10:45 p.m. You can go to proceed to checkout, and with that, like I said, it's $0. So it's not going to charge you anything. You don't have to pay for the show. Simple things, agree to terms and agreement, and place your order. And you're going to get an email too. You will also get an email that says that you booked it, so you know for sure that it's there and it's booked. And of course, it tells you anyway. So you booked it, you have order number and everything. And so there we have it. That's the way to reserve your entertainment. Easy and simple. It's simple when somebody walks you through it. I know that I was having a hard time myself, and I've done many Royal Caribbean cruises in the past. So this is the easiest way to do it. Now this could change in the future. This process could change. They can change their website. So this is I'm recording this in January of 2025. So of course, if it doesn't seem like it's the same in your few years down the line, then it might be a little bit different for you. And of course, not all cruise lines are the same. Royal Caribbean and Celebrity will operate very similar. Other cruise lines will not. They're going to have a different system. So do not use this for other cruise lines. Use this specifically really for Royal Caribbean, but that is a possibility for Celebrity. It will be the same way. So you can also use this for that, but I cannot guarantee that. And I don't want to guarantee that for you. But I hope this makes it a little bit easier for you and makes your stress a little bit less, because we don't want to stress when we're on vacation. So I'd rather you get this done now. I stressed enough for everybody. I did the phone calls. So you don't have to. And you can go and you know how to do it. So you know how to book entertainment now. If that tab, remember, if that entertainment tab doesn't show up, don't worry. That just means the shows aren't available yet. If, say, they're showing up for suites and they're not showing up for you, or someone else in a social media group says that they're showing up, don't worry about it, because that could mean they're in a suite or they're in a different category. I wouldn't worry about it. I would not worry about it. So keep in mind, so if you're in some social media groups of the cruise, I think it's a great idea to get involved with those too. If you are a social media person, it is a great way for people to work with each other and kind of ask questions. And it's a great way to understand it and actually get to meet your fellow cruisers too, especially if you're cruising solo and whatnot. It's a great way, and it's always been, I've never run into an issue in any of those groups. I highly recommend them. Of course, everything's different, so I can't guarantee the group is the best place for you, and if it's not, it's easy just to leave it. But this helped a lot, and the reason why I did this is because in that group, it really was getting confusing for people, so I wanted someone to do something and allow you to walk through it. And so I'm hoping this helps you, and there's going to be more coming out too, walk you through a few more things. Of course, if you don't want to hear any more from me, you can end now. I am going to talk to you a little bit about entertainment, just some tips really quick about tips, just in case. The number one tip, is so we have Intense here on Wonder. This is the Aqua show. I very highly recommend reserving the Aqua show for the first days. So when you go to reserve it, mine's already reserved, so I'm not going to walk through it completely. So when you go to click into it, you go to reserve it, it's going to tell you that there's only so many days. Now with the Aqua show, and this does not apply for Icon because Icon is, the Aqua Theater is inside. This goes for the Oasis class ships and Aqua Theater is outside. So it is weather dependent. A little bit of rain, no, but it's the wind and they will cancel the shows. So you'll see, so we booked it for day one because book it for day one, because if they have to cancel it that day, you have other days. So as you see, it has times, there's other days. But if you book it for day 4, they cancel it, they might not reschedule it, they might not be able to, or unfortunately the weather might not be great the next few days, so then you'll miss it. And you don't want to miss it. You definitely don't want to miss any of the shows on board, especially the Aqua shows, because they're absolutely incredible. Any of the Aqua shows you never want to miss. But best thing, just always keep in mind, book that Aqua show, the first show you can. Book it the first night if you can. So if you miss it because of reservations yourself, or you couldn't make it, or you're having too much fun, I get that. And if you do make reservations and you can't make them, then go right into your app and cancel your reservation so other people can come in too, just to be respectful of others. You definitely want to do that. And again, like I said earlier, if you don't make a reservation, or if it says sold out, it's not the end of the world. Doesn't mean you're not going to be able to see it. So don't worry about that, because when they're in the big theaters, there's enough room. The adult comedy shows, sometimes they're in the main theater. A lot of the times they're in smaller spaces, so you might not get to see that. But you really do want to see the production shows. They put a lot of work into it. There's a lot of talent from Royal Caribbean especially. You definitely don't want to miss these. So number one, Aqua show, make sure you get it booked one of the first days. You really don't want to miss those. The Aqua shows are definitely the top of the list for sure. Aside from that, shows rarely get canceled from weather because they're inside. So again, remember, Aqua shows, that tip is really for the Oasis class because it's an outside theater. Icon, you don't have to worry too much. Of course, there could be cancellations because of technical reasons. That always happens, and that's something they can't help. If they do cancel, they try and reschedule it if they can. Sometimes it just doesn't work. So definitely get it booked ahead of time so you don't have to worry about it. And then you can always see it twice if you want. That's the best part. So you don't have to worry about that. Just because you don't have a reservation and say you want to see it again, that's not a big deal. Let everyone go in first though. Of course, that has a reservation, haven't seen it. And then you can wait, and then you can go in after and get seats as well. They will allow walk-ins as long as it's not too full. These ships are very large. They fit a lot of people, but they are built to sustain those people as well. So don't get too nervous about that. If it says sold out, it's not a big deal. If you do a last minute cruise, most likely they will say sold out. Again, don't worry, not a big deal. You don't have to worry about it. When you're on board, you just walk up to the show. You won't be able to get in until 15 minutes before. That they will not open the doors for walk-ins until that point. So that's the good big thing to remember too. So 15 minutes before, the shows will say, we'll go into your calendar, and I'll pull up my calendar so you can see. The shows will say about 15 minutes before the show. So you'll see here, we have Intense Night 1, it says 9:15. The show doesn't start till 9:30. 9:15, it's just telling you to get there by that time. So you can get in, and they recommend you getting there just 15 minutes early so you can get a seat, especially if you reserved it. Don't worry about it. You're gonna go on vacation. You're gonna get to do everything you want. But also don't have FOMO. Don't try and do everything, especially if it's your first cruise. Don't try and do everything at once. Take it easy and chill, and don't put yourself on a schedule. We're all on schedules as much as it is. So if you just want to not book anything and just wait till you get on board, you can do that too. That's not a big deal. You can have as much of a schedule as you want, or as little as you want, or none at all. It's your cruise. So, but this way, if you do want to do this, you have the walkthrough now. And I rambled at the end, but that's just a little bit of tips for you there. So this is gonna be a few more of these I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do some tutorials that people don't even think of too, that I ended up having to worry about with mine, so that you'll keep an eye out for those. They're gonna come out very, very soon. And then always, of course, this is from Cruise Ship Craze. CruiseShipCraze.com is a huge area for resources for you. It's an incredible members only area that has every ship for you. So before you book, you're not gonna be able to see a page like this that you do on Royal. And it's only until after you book. Unless you're a travel advisor, you have a little bit more access. But so before you book, CruiseShipCraze.com is a great place to go. That'll tell you all the shows and the restaurants that they have on board, and they are connected with Royal Caribbean, so all that information is up to date for you. So that's a great thing to see as well if you're trying to figure out your next cruise too. There's a few extra things for you, so you can see it. I hope this helps you. I know that this would have helped me a lot if I had this. I really hope it helps you, and just stay tuned. You're going to see more coming out very soon after. They're probably already out if you're hearing me. And again, remember the timing on this is January of 2025, so this could change by the time your cruise comes. And if that's the case, I apologize. But most likely by then the video will be replaced anyways with an up-to-date one. So if you have any questions, comment on the video. I'm happy to answer them. I always have somebody standing by the comments to answer those. And I hope you have a great cruise, because I know if you're seeing this, you're probably very close to your cruise. Hope you have a great cruise, and I hope this helps you.